We will continue our reading of Charlotte's Web, Chapter 7, and this title is Bad News. Wilbur liked Charlotte better and better each day. Her campaign against insects seemed sensible and useful. Hardly anybody around the farm had a good word to say for a fly. Flies spent their time pestering others. The cows hated them. The horses detested them. The sheep loathed them. Mr. and Mrs. Zuckerman were always complaining about them and putting up screens. Wilbur admired the way Charlotte managed. He was particularly glad that she always put her victim to sleep before eating it. "It's real thoughtful of you to do that, Charlotte," he said. "Yes," she replied in her sweet, musical voice. "I always give them an anesthetic so they won't feel pain. It's a little service I throw in." As the days went by, Wilbur grew and grew. He ate 3 big meals a day. He spent long hours lying on his side, half asleep, dreaming pleasant dreams. And before we continue, I just want to show you a couple words. This one had a lot of big vocabulary words that we might not be as familiar with. So when it says her campaign against insects, when you have a campaign, right, you're working towards some type of goal. And so her goal was to help the things that she has to eat, like giving them anesthetic, which is a medicine, so they won't feel pain. And then you can see up here how it describes how the cows hated them. And then when it talks about the horses detesting them and the sheep loathed them, these are other words, loathed and detested, that also mean hate. So that might bring us up to speed with our vocab. Let's continue. He enjoyed good health and he gained a lot of weight. One afternoon, when Fern was sitting on her stool, the oldest sheep walked into the barn and stopped to pay a call on Wilbur. "Hello," she said. "Seems to me you're putting on weight." "Yes, I guess I am," replied Wilbur. "At my age, it's a good idea to keep gaining." "Just the same, I don't envy you," said the old sheep. "You know why they're fattening you up, don't you?" "No," said Wilbur. "Well, I don't like to spread bad news," said the sheep, "but they're fattening you up because they're going to kill you. That's why." "They're going to what?" screamed Wilbur. Fern grew rigid on her stool, so she went still on her stool. She didn't move. "Kill you? Turn you into smoked bacon and ham," continued the old sheep. "Almost all young pigs get murdered by the farmer as soon as the real cold weather sets in. There's a regular conspiracy around here to kill you at Christmas time." A conspiracy is a secret plan to do something. They're planning to kill him at Christmas time. That's the secret. "Everybody is in the plot. Lurby, Zuckerman, even John Arable." "Mr. Arable?" sobbed Wilbur, Fern's father. "Certainly. When a pig is to be butchered, everybody helps. I'm an old sheep, and I see the same thing, same old business, year after year. Arable arrives with his 22, shoots the— "Stop!" screamed Wilbur. "I don't want to die. Save me, somebody, save me." Fern was just about to jump up when a voice was heard. "Be quiet, Wilbur," said Charlotte, who had been listening to this awful conversation. We can see here in this illustration Wilbur crying as he talks to the sheep, and he lets them in on the conspiracy to kill him at Christmas time. "I can't be quiet," screamed Wilbur, racing up and down. "I don't want to be killed. I don't want to die." "Is it true what the old sheep says, Charlotte? Is it true they are going to kill me when the cold weather comes?" "Well," said the spider, plucking thoughtfully at her web. Plucking, another word for poking. "The old sheep has been around this barn a long time. She has seen many a spring pig come and go. If she says they plan to kill you, I'm sure it's true. It's also the dirtiest trick I ever heard of. What people don't think of." Wilbur burst into tears. "I don't want to die," he moaned. "I want to stay alive, right here in my comfortable manure pile with all my friends. I want to breathe the beautiful air and lie in the beautiful sun." "You're certainly making a beautiful noise," snapped the old sheep. "I don't want to die," screamed Wilbur, throwing himself to the ground. "You shall not die," said Charlotte briskly. "What, really?" cried Wilbur. "Who's going to save me?" "I am," said Charlotte. "How?" asked Wilbur. "That remains to be seen. But I am going to save you, and I want you to quiet down immediately. You're carrying on in a childish way. Stop your crying. I can't stand hysterics." All right. So, what do you think Charlotte's going to do to save Wilbur? Think about that. If we take a sneak peek and look at our next chapter, it's titled A Talk at Home. Can that give us a clue to what's to come? We'll think about that. And you'll also notice we're starting to get to know our character, Charlotte, a lot more. And we have learned a lot about spiders in general as we've read these last couple chapters. And for our interactive novel log today, I want you to come over to our reading section. You can click on our assignment. And as you can see, I've attached another book called Spiders, National Geographic Readers, that will give you lots of facts about spiders as well as the ones you've also found and can jot down that you've learned from the story. And you're going to illustrate a picture of a large spider web on a sheet of paper. And if you want to use arts and crafts and do other types of materials for your web as well, totally fine with me. Get creative and do whatever you want as long as it contains all the different components that are required in the assignment. So in the center of the web, you want to illustrate a spider, particularly maybe do what you imagine Charlotte looking like. And then many facts about the spiders were mentioned in the story, as I said. So I want you to record in each section of the web the different facts you learn about spiders. And these facts can either be about what were mentioned in the story, or if you want to find some more, you can use this book on spiders to help you fill in some more. So at the end, I should see a paper or some type of sheet or poster with a spider web, spider, and lots of facts about all the things we've learned about spiders so far. Can't wait to see.